Hey guys, it's Landon.
Hey guys, it's Zina.
This is my twin sister that I post about all the time. Everybody knows us by twins. Today we're going to talk about things like, well, I didn't realize it was that bright right there. And right there.
Why don't you do it the other way?
I didn't think about it, really. But whatever.
That is really fucking bright.
You want me to turn around?
It's fine.
Well, okay. So we're going to talk about, what it was like for her to, grow up with a brother being trans. And then she's also part of the LGBT community. She's a lesbian. I'm not calling her that. That's what she identifies as.
Sometimes.
And, I just want to know what she has to face with being part of the LGBTQ. Like, I know what I have to face, but I don't know if it's any different for her. And if it's really loud, I'm sorry. We're on the front porch because I wanted to be outside and be able to smoke my cigarette while I do my video. So, what was it like for you when I first told you that I was born in the wrong body?
At first, I didn't.
She told me I was going to hell.
Yeah, because of the way we were raised. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't, but at the same time, I was still in the closet, I was out to you.
Yeah, you came out two months later.
But no, I was in the closet. But I had a girlfriend at the time, but I still told you were going to hell.
I didn't know anything about it.
I told him he was going to hell because of the way we were raised and all the shit that we went through. As a kid.
The church we went to was very, brainwashing, to say the least. We're not against Christianity. We're not. We're against freedom of speech and freedom of religion, but the church
against. That's what you just said.
We're against hate.
I'm against hate.
The church that we went to is all about hate.
Why don't we just go over here? Because I'm being paranoid.
Zina doesn't like her back towards things, so let's flip around. Hold on, guys. Okay, let's flip.
We're gonna pop up here.
We'll do it right here.
Here's, don't put it there. Ew, don't. That's what I said right there.
No. Okay. So let's try this again. Yeah, that's way better. Way better. But, for us, it was hard to, I guess, understand each other. So I always ask Zina, that's why I want, y'all to hear her side for me coming out when I did. How it was for her. I mean, she'll tell you. She was confused at first, but
I was terrified.
She was terrified for me because she knew, that things were about to be different and about, our parents' sake. Oh my God, this is not working. Here, put it over there. Sorry, guys.
Telling him.
But, I always wanted to know her input. So you can go ahead and speak your input.
I knew at a young age he was trans. I knew. It didn't bother me. Yes, at first, I told him he was going to hell because of the way we were raised. But at the same time, I was insecure about myself. What the fuck? Did you see that, dude?
Mm-mm.
He's hear that little no. But I was very much in denial about my sexuality and who I was, and I feel ashamed for doing that now because I shouldn't have.
But I tell her all the time, it's okay because it doesn't. It hurt me at first because she's the only blood I have. I have told y'all before, I don't have any blood except Zina.
We do have blood, but we don't really talk.
We don't associate.
They don't accept it.
And they don't accept it, so we just live our lives. I thought coming out lesbian was bad. Trans was even worse.
It was pretty rough for me for coming out as gay.
Yeah, because, we'll let you in on a little of our past. Me and Zina were physically abused for... No, we're not gonna say that. We were physically abused, really, really bad, growing up. We went through it all. So when we came out, it got more physical and worse. And, you know...
We would go back in the closet.
We'd go back in the closet, come in, out, just because we were so fucking scared. We didn't know what could have happened after. You know, we have numerous scars from it, from the beatings, and we let it make us and not break us. Like, yeah, we had some bad things happen, but we had our way of dealing with them. Weren't the positive ways, obviously.
Nope.
But we still came out on top. Even though we still struggle every day. Like with night terrors and, you know, the issues that come with it.
That was a lot.
Sorry if y'all hear screaming. There's a birthday party going on next door.
Yeah.
And a squirrel just decided to throw a nut down. But now me and Zina are at a better place in life where we finally, like, accept ourselves. Like, we would pray to God numerously that he would change us, because Zina knew how much I was insecure about, you know, coming out as transgender.
Coming out
as period for us was hard.
Coming out as a lesbian was hard.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted Zina in the video, so she could explain to y'all, like, coming out in general is hard. Not just only for me, but it was for her.
Put it this way. Being gay from where we're from, well, being gay for me, I consider myself gender neutral. I don't really have a gender. I mean, I'm happy with who I am. Some days I'm female, some days I'm masculine, some days I'm whatever.
She's just my twin. I don't like
I could be a taco. I'd be alright with that. Speaking of taco, I have taco socks on.
And I have pizza socks on. She got them for my birthday. Because I'm cheesy.
But some days are harder than ever for me, because, like, when I came out, you know, obviously, I got asked, are you sure about this? I don't think that's who you really are, but who are you going to tell me who I am? Because you don't even know your own sexual orientation to know who I am.
And then the physical abuse.
The abuse was awful.
We came out to them and they chunked a can of peas at us. At our heads, and me and Zina both went and ducked as fast as we could.
Yeah.
You know, we were in and out of group homes because of the physical abuse. Like, I'm opening up about it because I want people to know my story, and I want them to know, like, it does get better. Like, we face it every day, like, struggling with it, because I'm
still trying to accept it.
We still have to wear the scars.
Squirrel.
We have to wear the scars, but we do realize that they've made us who we are. It just sucked that we had to go through that. Like, we know other people have probably gone through it. So that's why we're gonna give a warning when we post the video. Because we don't want to trigger anyone. That's not what we're here for. We're just trying to help people understand.
As y'all know, I don't know if he's said it before in his other videos, we come from a background that homosexuality is a sin. Transgender is a sin.
Everything
other than straight, skirts, Bible, and choir, and makeup, and long hair, and all that have to do with. We could not be anything other than that. We were not raised Pentecostal. We were raised independent fundamental Baptist. And if anyone knows where that came from, it came from the 20th or 30th century. And it is so old-fashioned to where basically they believe in hollering and shouting and running the pews. King James Bible only.
Burning your belongings because they're full of the demons. Like,
no heavy metal. We had to wear skirts and dresses all the time.
And when I would look at Zina, I would be like, this is not me. This is not my body. I'm not supposed to be in this. Puppy.
And we got, like, we got forced out the closet, basically.
Yeah,
we didn't want to come out. Like,
outed.
we got outed at school. Like, I was the first openly gay girl at school.
That she knows of.
No, that...
Well,
when I was in school, yeah.
Well, yeah.
When I was there.
So,
I didn't want to come out. Like, I got forced out because I was being bullied because of what I had to wear. And then...
And now it's funny because when people see us now, they don't say anything.
They don't say anything. They're not like, oh, I'm the ones that bullied you or any of that. Like, all the people that I went to school with tried to befriend me. And I'm like, do you not see, like, how many times you bullied me?
And we even got snitched on by our counselor.
Yeah.
Like,
we would wear our
roll
pants.
our pants up under our skirts and take our skirts off at work. And our counselor told on us.
Yeah.
At school. So that was fucked up. Because it was just like we couldn't, no matter what we tried to do to try to escape it, we couldn't. It just felt like, you know, me and Zina were living a lie. Like, we just didn't want to do it. Like, we weren't those people, like, we had to, they wanted us to witness to people, but we ourselves couldn't even betray what we wanted to show for ourselves.
I wanted to show everybody that I was Zina, same girl, same person they knew long time ago, just I'm me now. I'm showing the real book, like, constantly since I explained to everybody I'm a twin. Everybody looks at me and they're like, well, are you identical or fraternal? And I'm like, I'm an identical twin. He's my twin brother. And they're like, he can't be your twin. He's not identical. Why does he have facial hair? And I'm like, and it's hard for me because me and him, as everybody's been bringing up, we don't look alike anymore.
I mean, we do. You can still tell we're twins, but I have facial hair and I'm broader and we're starting to look different.
And it makes me sad, but it also makes me happy because I know this is what he's been waiting for he's been waiting for this moment for his whole life.
And now we're almost 26.
Yeah, we turned 26 Saturday, and like seeing him now, I look at him now and I'm like, that's my brother though. Like, I'm sad because we don't similar each other anymore, but at the same time I know he's happy. But with me, like, I get asked so many questions about him, like, how is he your identical twin brother? And I'm like, he is transitioning. And everybody's like, damn, I would have never known, you know, he looks like a cis male.
And that's what I want to portray.
And that's what I want him to portray. And I don't personally, I say, you know, before any of this, I'm like, that's my brother. That, like, I don't say he's trans. I don't say any of that until they ask me, until I'm getting to that point where I'm close with it, where I'm comfortable and I'm close to that person. Everyone that has asked me about it is very close to me. Like, my friend came to me the other day because he knows how close I am with my brother, and he's particularly close to my brother. And he was like, well, and this is, I don't know how many times I get this question. Do you ever think about transitioning yourself because of him? And I said, well, you know, with my chest, like, they get in the way. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm very insecure with my body only because of my past. And sometimes I wish I had a new body, but no. I do not personally feel like I want to transition because I am very comfortable with my body and being who I am. I'm okay with my body. I mean, I could, you know, get more fit and look like this mofo, and he don't even work out. I mean,
it's my hormones.
It's his hormones, but like, everybody has always said to me, "Oh, you're the thicker twin." You know how many times I'm tired of hearing that? Like, how many times have we heard it?
We've heard it a lot.
And he used to tell people that.
There's nothing wrong with it. She just doesn't.
I don't like it.
She's not comfortable with it, so I stopped saying that kind of
Until I told you, like, I don't know how many times.
Yeah, when she told me she was uncomfortable, I stopped.
Like, he tells everybody that. Like, he's like, oh, she's the thicker one.
I didn't mean it like that, you guys.
Which I know I'm a little bit bigger than him,
But
it's always been
I
like
try
that.
to make her comfortable
Except for
for
when
the most part.
our
Do I
child-
not?
sometimes.
Most of the time I do.
Some.
And, you know, I always want y'all to know that, like, you know, growing up with a twin sister, like, nobody really understands the connection me and Zina have. You know, everything me and Zina have been through, we went through together. So, you know, the physical abuse was together. The, you know, other stuff we went through that I'm not going to talk about. I'm just going to talk about the physical abuse because I don't want the other stuff yet. You know, with the physical abuse, whenever we would run away, they would catch us together. I remember one time they didn't, and they caught me only, and she was at the house, and they sent me off away without her for 1.5 years. That was awful. You know, when you're away from your twin sister, you can still feel her. Like, I know some of y'all probably don't have a twin, but you have a, you know, sibling that you're close to, and she's my sibling. Like, I have another one, but she's not really allowed to talk to us because of our parents. But, you know, with her, like, we might fight, we might argue about dumb shit, but at the end of the day, she's the only one I got. Blood.
And Tab.
And Tab. You know, she's married in by family.
Yes.
So I just have them. You know, and I'm okay with that. Like, it does suck not have accepting parents, but we do have an adoptive family that loves us and cares about us. But
I have my wife's family.
and she has her wife's family, so we have that. But, you know, don't take for granted what you have.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're saying. Like, our grandmother was a big inspiration. She made us into who we are today. And we have our reminders. You know, she's not here with us anymore. She hasn't been here since 2011. 14. Sorry, 14. You know, she hasn't been here since 2014. And
this birthday is definitely going to be hard, too.
because it's like, we just want to make her proud. And that's what we try to do. I tell Zina all the time, you know, she makes me proud, even when she doesn't do anything. My veins bulging.
Rub it in.
But
Look at that
I tell
arm.
her all the time, you know, she makes me proud, and she doesn't even know how, but she still fights. She's a warrior too. Like I said before in my other videos, we all have a story, and me and Zina will tell our story eventually. But we
Right
just
now.
want to bring up, you know,
What it's like
if
to
someone
be a
tries to,
twin.
you know, beat it out of you,
Don't
put
back
you
down.
in conversion therapy. Me and Zina went through it all. We didn't back down. We still stood back up and said, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Be who you want to be. And I looked at her and I said, Zina, I'm going to start transitioning. I mean, I didn't transition when I was originally supposed to, because I said before,
some things got in the way.
some things got in the way. I'll admit, I was self-mutilating. I'm a cutter. She is too, and the day that I was supposed to go for my first T-shot, I self-mutilated.
And I'm going to tell you this
So
much.
bad that, like, there was no covering it up.
And
There
then,
was
here's the
nothing.
thing,
I had a
guys.
mental breakdown.
Me and Landon have gained people, and we have lost
So many.
so many people.
But
Like,
it's okay.
when I came out, I lost that whole group of church people that I thought
And we only have 2 of
would
them
actually
now.
care.
Yeah, we
And-
thought they cared about us and loved us. But once we came out, we lost.
Oh, we were on that front pew, and we got outed in front of that whole church, and we were gone.
We're gone. They locked the door behind us. Like,
We were not allowed. We were on church probation because of rock music, and I had a girlfriend.
and identifying as lesbian and, you know, doing her thing. And then me with my music. Like, I put pagan because I was looking into pagan. Like, I'm all about freedom of speech and freedom of religion. And so I was learning.
was
We
wicked.
were, what, 16, 15, 14?
14.
14, and we got kicked out of a church. 14 years old, having
For
a whole
identifying
church
as
just
lesbian.
turn their back on you for being who you are, because that's what God would want. We thought anyways.
Sorry, there's some.
And we got banished, even by our own parents. Like, our own parents wouldn't. They told their friends that we went to college. but it was them putting us in
we were in a group home, and we were in YDC.
In YDC. Because of it.
For abuse. We got arrested for unruly and domestic violence. And assault.
Disorderly conduct and assault.
I got arrested for assault.
Disorderly conduct at 14 years old. Like, we were fucking 14 when all this happened.
Everybody's, man, driving up.
You know, me and her, we still came out on top, I feel like.
I had a little booty chin.
You feel like it?
What?
That we came out on top.
Yes. Sorry.
So.
I got a little booty chin.
Sorry, guys. Y'all know my videos. We just randomly start talking about stuff. But the whole point in putting Zina in the video, I wanted y'all to know some of our story. I feel more comfortable talking about it when she's around because this is how we bond. We talk about what we go through. What we went through.
What we're facing right now.
What we face right now. Like, we still get judgment. I get judgment all the time.
I get judged I go into the my wife is 4'3" and I'm 5 even.
People are assholes.
I get judged for that.
We get judged for everything. Peace, love, and happiness, guys. Like, as I tell Zina, fuck them. If they don't like it, I'm sorry, Miss Carrie. I'm trying to do better. Fuck is my favorite word.
He can't with his language. I've tried.
But
what are you gonna do when I have kids? You better watch your mouth.
But moral of the story is that I wanted y'all to know that me and Zina's side of the story. I want y'all to know, like, anyone in the LGBTQ, my twin sister's a lesbian. My identical twin. No, I don't mean it. Like, I don't mean it like that. She's a person. She's a fucking person.
I'm just Zina.
She's just Zina, and I'm just Landon. But
oh my god, I almost fell backwards.
If people got technical, she's a lesbian. Like, you know.
You ain't gotta be technical because I'll throw it back at you. Because
we're not in a box. Me and Zina don't live in the box. We're outside the box. We don't identify. But we want people to know our story. And
this is our story to tell.
This is our story to tell. Like, this is our way of coping, is helping others. So even if you don't want to talk to me or Braylon or Zina, I mean, you can talk to Zina too. She only has Instagram though. So if you want to talk to her, write her on Instagram.
You'll find me.
You'll find her.
First and last name.
But this is, this is our story.
And it's just begun.
And it keeps going every day. It does get better, doesn't it?
Yes.
It does get better. Eventually it does. You might not understand it at all.
I don't think they'll understand us now.
But it does get better. That's all I have to say. Well, y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Be sweet. Bye. You gotta end it.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Peace, love, and happiness. You gotta end it because I can't.
See you guys.
Bye.